there we go. Just finished the longest run of my career. 9 miles, 20 minutes, 25 seconds, 8:56 pace. Very happy with that. Goal was 9 minutes or less pace. Oh, the biggest thing, it always takes me like on those longer runs 2 miles to settle in. Like my slowest 2 miles were the first two, and my body feels achy. The first thing I thought to myself as I started this run is, wow, I have nothing in my legs. They feel like jelly. But I kept going, kept pushing, and then, it feels like it takes forever for my watch to buzz at me and say I've, completed 1 mile. And then all of a sudden, it feels a little slower to get to the second mile. And then all of a sudden your watch buzzes at mile 3 and you're like, oh, that was pretty fast. And then you just get into a flow and then you stop thinking about it. Some points on there I started, making myself not look at my watch until it would buzz for the next mile. See how fast I was going. And overall, can't complain about that. That is the farthest I have ever ran by 2 miles. The farthest before that was 7 miles. This one was 9. Whew. My body felt really good. My right shin has kind of been bothering me, that like muscle on the other side of your calf. But that didn't bother me at all today. I made sure I Theragunned it and stretched that muscle out. That definitely helped. Around miles 4 or 5-ish, my hips started getting really sore. And even right now in that last mile, I freaking feel like I can barely lift up my legs. But that's kind of why we're training to do this, because I got to go almost 3 times that distance on race day, and I got to get my body used to, pushing myself for that long. So body felt pretty good. There was at one point mentally I got kind of messed up because I started smelling the finish line, feeling really good, thinking I had less than 2 miles left and that I was at mile 7 going forward. But then I looked down at my watch and it said 6.5 miles, and I realized I had another mile, and that kind of threw me off mentally. So my, what would that be? My mile 6 and 7 were faster because I thought I was gonna finish soon, but that's whatever. But one thing I was thinking about while I was on, this run, that why am I running this marathon? And I think there's not one reason. It's kind of a lot of smaller reasons kind of packed together into one. One of them really is post-college. I think a lot of people my age are going through this, but I really had to try and find myself and what I want to do with my life, the type of person I want to be, how successful I want to be, what things matter to me, what kind of life I want to create. And, one of those things is I don't want to be normal. I want to be, extraordinary. I want to, do cool things with my life. I want to feel accomplished. I've kind of become addicted to that feeling ever since I lost a bunch of weight. And I really want to do that. And I think giving myself, kind of talked about it before, like a North Star, a big challenge that I want to go after, has given me some direction and purpose in life. And now that I know where I'm moving next week, that's the other thing. This is the last week of training. That was the last run in Rochester. Now I'm going to Charlotte. Yeah, so I wanted this big challenge for me to, that's why I want to, really lock in on Monday and start eating really well and kind of bring all these things into alignment in my life so I have all of my forward momentum moving towards this one goal. And I think that's really important for people to have. And if you feel like you don't have motivation to do something, you just feel kind of off the path, having a direct goal that you want to achieve is huge for that. I was thinking about it the other day. If someone came to me and they struggled to, stay consistent, working out, going to the gym, whatever, rather than me giving them motivation about how much they want to change. I think it's a stronger, incentive to set a goal and then hold yourself to that and make sure you go. So, maybe it's go to the gym 15 times in a month, and then, you check off your boxes every week. But yeah, back to, why I want to run this marathon. That's the big thing. I think having a goal is really big for staying kind of dialed in on other aspects of your life. I wanted that big challenge. I want to do something hard. I want to accomplish something that scares me. I want to feel legitimately proud of myself for doing something. I feel like in today's world, people, this might sound harsh, but people find reasons to feel proud of themselves, or for other people to tell them that they're proud of them, just to make themselves feel better, rather than going out and legitimately accomplishing something that deep down in your core makes you proud of yourself. And running a marathon would do that. But along those lines, one of the other things that I was thinking about on my run, about why I want to run a marathon. Anyone that finishes a marathon should feel extremely proud of themselves, because it is a very difficult thing. And I am learning that it is, so much of a mental challenge, that I have a lot of respect, ton of respect, for absolutely anyone that has ever finished a marathon. And no matter what my time is, if I go across that finish line, I'm going to have the biggest smile on my face, because I'm going to be very proud of myself. But one of the reasons I want to run a marathon is because, I'm this guy that likes to work out and consider myself semi-athletic athlete in high school. And I want to do these, bigger things with my life. And there's people out there where it's like, oh yeah, like my 45-year-old mom has run 5 marathons. And it pissed me off to my core to be like, there is 0 chance I could run a marathon right now at all. And it's like, how am I going to sit here and be this, fitness guy, and then, Jimmy's mom is going to beat me in a race? It just pissed me off to my core that I couldn't do it. So I think that was, 10% of why I wanted to run a marathon. Is like, I know for a fact that I suck at this. And it pisses me off that relatively normal people, not trying to diminish anything anyone's ever done with a marathon, because it is so incredibly difficult, but relatively normal people do this all the time. So why can't I? That was kind of my mindset. I just ran 9 miles and I feel like I'm dead and I have to run almost triple that come race day. So, I've fully realized that this is not an easy thing, but normal people do it all the time. That's all I'm going to say. Some people might get upset about that, but cry about it. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That was the last run in Rochester. And then I drive to Charlotte in a day and a half. And then the grind starts there. That's where I'm getting absolutely locked in. I think I've been pretty locked in terms of my training for the marathon stuff. But, with my last few month or two here in Austria with my friends and family and not being on my own, I have definitely slacked in the diet department. Kind of just enjoying things and experiences with all of those people that I care about. So, once I go to Charlotte and I'll have my own place, cooking all my own meals, I'm going to be absolutely dialed. And honestly, I really plan on, by the end of this marathon training, being pretty lean, because I'm going to be burning a lot of calories and having a high amount of activity daily, and combine that with clean eating that I will be cooking myself, and you've got a recipe for leanness. So, all right, this is kind of a longer talk this time, but I think this week deserved one. So, peace out, happy hunting, do something that scares you. Peace.